Hi guys, welcome to episode 3 of A Bitch and Wine about Game of Thrones.
I've been jogging through my rainy days.
There's a lot of bitching and a lot of whining in this one from me.
Mainly from Ben.
Because
I please take away.
Hated it. So, even though today I have seen a theory about this, let's start from the beginning. What the fuck were the Dothraki doing?
They charged, and I can actually say that was an old medieval strategy.
Just a full-out charge, just full-on charge face.
Basically, you have your cavalry at the front, and they charge first. It was only the Romans and the Greeks that used cavalry on the side, because most of the people had mounted knights. So they would charge straight into it to break the infantry. But clearly,
were medieval cavalry heavy cavalry or light cavalry?
Heavy cavalry.
What are Dothraki?
Oh yeah,
extremely light.
Are Unsullied
extremely light, but you put them against. You
are
put
the
them up against
Unsullied
knights and then win.
Phalanx troops or medieval foot soldiers?
Phalanx.
So maybe we should use the Greek tactics here.
Yeah, but not medieval. It's not Greek, is it?
Yeah, but then the next
for a medieval.
Yeah,
thing.
but that.
So they didn't really have castles.
Here's
fighting out castles.
Before Melisandre showed up, they didn't know she was going to show up. None of them have Dragonstone weapons on them. You look at them. What was their plan?
Yeah, that's what
was their plan?
I think
the plot will carry us along.
Yeah.
Did you see a lot of them
I will give you that.
There's a lot of troops are just not shown when they're because a lot of them obviously run back at the end. And where's Ghost?
Yeah, Ghost wasn't shown again.
Apparently, Ghost is still alive. I don't know how.
I reckon he is because there's a theory. I saw a theory.
How?
I saw a theory that all they did is.
How?
No, but
that's what I'm about.
They nearly killed a dragon.
No, but the Dothraki ran back as well, didn't they?
Yes.
Ghost could have just played dead in the snow because he's white. They would not have known the difference.
No, yeah, because if you take the battle into consideration, it
was
does look like Dany's now got zero troops. It does look like they've now got zero.
I did to see if that dragon was dead. John's dragon isn't dead. Just to tell
Isn't
you.
it?
No, because it's in the prequel of the next episode. An awful lot of troops that look like they should have died and weren't showing up in the a lot of troops weren't shown on screen. That's it.
Yeah, I meant so. But a lot of the Unsullied died, didn't they?
No, a lot of them also charged back in. If you noticed the scene when like half of them were outside, I think. But then that also pissed me off. So obviously Dothraki, that full on charge with flaming shit in the pitch black though.
Looked fucking sick.
It looked like there's like I said, the cinematic visual effect.
I thought there was a lack of lights, really.
Trying to stream that shit illegally. Fuck me.
It's very dark. It's very dark. Yeah.
Loads of people were fucking complaining about how dark it was, and the showrunner has said but it's a long night. It's supposed to be dark.
Bring some torches, dude.
Let people see what you're trying to show here.
Do you want the fucking Now TV account?
A lot of I do.
No,
a lot of scenes.
I reckon it was
a lot of scenes that I couldn't see. Yeah, a lot of scenes I just couldn't see.
Here's another thing. What was up with the Unsullied? Just letting them get past their spear points every time. Every charge on the Unsullied just looks makes the Unsullied look shit.
Yeah, but Ben, the first fucking wave attack, you saw how many there were. They're fucking stacked up high.
They got charged again later on, and they just.
No, but that's what I mean.
It makes the Unsullied an elite, organised organisation of troops look like dog shite.
Yeah, but that's the whole point, because the whole point of it is the dead are like a sea of dead. You can't defeat it because there's thousands, hundreds of them just all of a sudden. Even if you've got a spear
that are in loose organisation, seem to fucking survive that little attack.
Oh no, because they were getting fucked as well. You've got a spear and you could probably take out the first 2 or 3, but the fact there's 6 of them in a tight formation, just swarming over each other,
it's the way they showed it.
Is what fucked them up.
It's they didn't show much of Unsullied fighting, to be honest, compared to
the whole point was to show it was so pointless. No matter what they did, the Westerosi Knights were getting done over, and they were the first ones to be cowards and run away. It did show the Unsullied not to be cowards in that lot.
No, but I feel you didn't see much of their actual combat. You just saw the charge and then it's out. That's it. You didn't see people behind stabbing them in the face or anything. You didn't get. I feel but there's another thing.
My main complaint about the whole. There wasn't enough battle.
The dead.
Yeah, there was not enough battle at all.
The White Walkers. Don't talk to the end, but I'm not going to. The Rights, which what they are. Sorry.
Who the fuck is phoning you?
My dad. Don't phone me.
Just don't have any contact with me ever again, please.
The rights. When they
just call them whites.
They're all carrying the rights. WIGHT.
Oh my god!
Just
fuck
call them
you
whites.
It's what they're
and
called.
your whole way of life.
It's what
That's
they're called.
fucking Woden. Fucking
No, it's
Woden.
literally what they're called.
The whites.
They only stab when they want to. You see them all carrying knives, and at one point, like, people are absolutely covered in zombies, and like it's like they only ever go.
Brianna Tarth should have died so many fucking times during that same with
They only ever
Jamie.
go for a stab when plot calls for it. It's like armor.
Yeah.
Armor only works until plot calls for it, and then at the end, Joe just gets a knife right through his chest plate.
Yeah.
And you're like, sorry, is that not a chest plate? Like, surely.
Yeah, but have they all got knives though? I feel like only some of them
carrying them. You see a lot of them carrying them and they're not using them.
Yeah,
At least Torment's still alive.
But
yeah, like every time I saw Pod, that gave me a hard on. I was like, yes, Pod! Keep going, Pod!
Oh yeah, at the end where it's like they should have been swarmed and all killed, but they didn't want to show any of the like extras. They just had the main characters there.
Yeah. Like they just like John walking through the Winterfell and just seeing like just
fucking
main characters.
Sam
Was just lying down.
So most of his best work on his back, doesn't he?
Yeah, quite literally. He's just lying there.
Obviously, no one was wearing helmets for shit. They're doing that so you can see who's who.
Yeah, they've got to. But I did call it safest place is not the crypt, but the people with the dead people.
Yeah, like you would have thought, like, okay, we know that these people can raise dead. Yeah. So why don't we take the dead out of the crypt?
I did say this last week. I did
But
say
it-
that.
Also, the dead have for some reason can then punch through stone.
Solid stone.
Yeah, they've got increased strength bonuses clearly.
But it
They got a
turned
buff.
like, you know when Tyrion and Sansa were sitting down and they had a really cute moment, like
Yeah.
That
I was
shout-
expecting Tyrion to die.
That shot on Tyrion a little bit then, that scene, because Tyrion's not a coward, so I don't know why like he was hiding.
but then like I
He didn't have a weapon, did he?
He did.
No, he
took
did.
it out of his
He
jacket.
did.
He had it the whole time.
Yeah, as soon as Sansa pulled a weapon out, he
He was
pulled
like,
one
"Oh, pull
out.
mine out as well." It's like, sorry, we could have done something. Like, we both.
I
had
I
it.
saw a thing about.
Yeah, I
saw-
thought Sansa gave him her sword, and then he went out.
They both had a spear.
I saw a comparison of Sansa and Daenerys, and it was like Daenerys sacrificed most of her army, dragon, and was fighting in the field.
They killed the brown people off. That's it.
And then it said, what did Sansa do? Sit in the fucking crypts, bitch about the Dragon Queen, and that's it.
They killed the
When
brown
her people when her people were getting attacked, she did fuck all.
Yeah, but Sansa's no warrior though, is she? She's quite
He was
clearly
fucking
a princess.
Daenerys.
No, Daenerys is a warrior. Like Daenerys is a lot more of a leader.
Here's the thing.
Like a battle leader, because she's got dragons.
So how do
Sansa's more of a princess.
Daenerys and Jon control the dragons?
I just think like they just pull on the little things.
Daenerys says
Connections.
Daenerys says fire every now and again.
Jacaerys.
Yeah, fire.
Oh, so you can say, oh no, right, but you can't say Dracarys.
Because that is the same word, just translated.
Get out, Van.
But so Jon never says anything, and also they don't, like in the books they have saddles and whips to control the dragons, and so if they don't need to control the dragons and they're just doing it all by themselves, Jon should have been on the floor as a leader, not. Who was leading that as well? Who was in charge? Hello? Did I just drop out? Is my internet dropping? Ah.
And
He'll probably be like.
Then we'll talk about the good bits.
Why did you move me?
Because I thought you could go rant by yourself because you're just saying.
I know, I need people to
Random
listen to the
shit.
ranting or there's no point.
You got the podcast. You got the whole thing. They're all listening to you rant.
Here's the other thing: the lack of organisation in that whole army.
No, there was quite a lot of organisation. Like it was a nicely laid out army. I'll give them that. It was a nicely laid out
Cosmetic
army.
looks, the army looked beautiful.
It was just fighting the dead. I mean, you can't really do it.
One
I
thing-
think you're looking at this at too much of a realistic standpoint.
Yes,
Ben,
I am,
When the
sorry.
genre is called fantasy.
Sorry, no.
Like,
So watch
brilliant. Go watch historical documentaries.
No, because this
don't
is the
watch
thing.
a fantasy
Game
program.
of Thrones is the realistic fantasy. That's the point of it. That's why it's so popular.
Yeah, but now we're getting to the end where the magical
Ben,
shit is coming to a conclusion.
You turn round to me. If you
got
can
no
go
problem
do
with
this,
dragons, and
Yeah,
they're
that's the
dragons.
fantasy
You got
part.
no
You can do
problem
this.
with
That's the
dragons.
fantasy
you can
part.
fucking fight. If you can fight an army of the dead and actually win in a fucking formation, go right ahead. Be my guest.
As soon as there is
Prove me
one,
wrong.
as soon as there's one, and we're all willing, everyone in the world is willing not to use guns and just dress up in armour for me, well, I'll do it.
Prove me wrong.
If you give me the assets to do
They've
it,
just
Adam,
done something that's never been, only been done once, and they can't remember how they did it. So
says
you
there-
tell
who
me
says there
how
was a-
you defeat an army of the dead.
Sam, Adam, if you give me the assets to
Why
do
did you call me your brother's name?
Because you're a cunt. If you give me the assets to do it, I will do it.
It's because we're calling him out on his random ass ranting bullshit.
No, my ranting makes sense.
All right, so me and Adam are going to talk now about the episode in a more logical opinion.
Yeah, anyway, going back to the crypt with Sansa and Tyrion, did you know whose tomb they were hiding behind?
Who's?
Ned's.
Oh yeah, because I'm surprised Ned didn't come back. but that's all right.
Ned's body got burnt into bones, so his body is there, but it's only bones. So that's
And
There's
did you
quite a bit-
did you see who
I don't know what the
everyone else was
limitation-
hiding behind?
I don't know what the
Like when
limitation.
Tyrion, Lyanna.
I don't know
That's
what the
all right,
limitation of raising the dead is, but I'm guessing a bones is a no.
But no, the main criticism, the only criticism I have about the episode was there wasn't enough fighting. There was a lot
They
of
said it-
fighting, but not the right type of fighting. Like, I wanted to see more fighting, like main characters fighting, and like I wanted to have like more character interaction throughout the whole thing, like maybe the Hound and Brienne, and Tormund and Brienne, or Tormund and the Hound all fighting like the main characters fighting together rather than just fighting individually.
Is fighting like tennis? Like, do the women ones just make a lot more noise? Because Brienne
I think
was
so.
being pretty noisy, weren't she?
I think that's just how she fights, mate. But like, I wish like more main characters were fighting together towards the end. Like when I understand like the army, they all got given their own section, but when they're all falling back, I wish like they'd done like cool pairs together of like people fighting together and cool like dynamics.
But you haven't really seen
Well,
people fight
saw
together.
the
Like
Arya,
you said,
you saw
like.
the Arya, Hound, and the other guy.
Yeah, so let's talk
the
about
other guy
that
that
bit then.
stood in the doorway to get stabbed a bit, yet still caught up enough with them to get back. Into
Yeah, because he
the
got brought back alive, didn't he? I imagine.
I just fucking loved
imagine-
when he, like
I
when he was
imagine-
running.
No, he died.
Yeah, he kept on. No, but I imagine till he got to that room, the Lord of Light was bringing him back. Wasn't letting him die
He stands there to hold him
until.
off. They run to the door, and then like he has enough time to then run up as well. It's like we didn't need to get stabbed.
Yeah,
did you?
because if he was
There's like,
no,
you didn't need
but
to get
if-
stabbed. Then you could have all just ran. If you could run there by yourself and didn't have to stand there and hold them off, you could have all just ran.
Yeah, but if he can hold them off and then like get stabbed and then Lord Life brings him back to life so he's fully healed again and then he runs again,
He never
holds
does-
off a bit longer.
He doesn't get auto.
I imagine that's what he
by
did.
the way. He gets
You
has
don't
to
know.
be revived by a red priest every time beforehand.
How do you know the Lord of the Light just thought, "Fuck, this
Sorry,
is where
so
he's
why
going
did
to
the Lord
die"?
of Light just light the fucking trench?
And then
'Cause he-
he went, oh shit! And then when he made it into the room, then the Lord Light was like, yeah, you saved Arya, you done your bit,
No, I
bitch.
reckon like he wasn't revived in that. He just survived a bit because.
Or was he saving the Hound? Or did the Lord
No,
Light
he
want
saved,
the Hound
saved
alive?
Arya because Arya killed the Night's King.
That's
You just
what I
fucking went
think.
into that with no fucking foreplay, Ben.
Yeah.
No build up to it. We didn't talk
So
about
we're
anything else.
expecting
You just
people
went
to
straight
have
in
watched
there.
the episode before they come to this, aren't we?
Yeah. But no, so that was many criticism of the episode. Other than that, I thought. It was
Oh,
a
I
very
like
good
the Night
episode.
King's little smirk.
Yeah.
The fucking
yeah.
dragon fight.
The
there.
little like bright fire, him there going, yeah.
That was a badass moment. That was a badass moment.
And
To, like, just
what?
to be still
Like,
come out of the fire, being like, yeah, okay, you did nothing.
Because
And then when he
we
raised
saw-
all the dead, and he raised his hands really slowly as he knew John was getting closer to him. Like he was like, I'm not really bothered here.
he's really into his foreplay. That's what he's into.
Yeah, like it was just like teasing John, like Ramsay
I
did.
feel like we should have seen like more of his like officers fighting main characters.
Yeah, because they were literally just in it for a matter of minutes, not even that.
Yeah, but I don't think they would be on the front line because if you kill one of them, then and he
yeah, but
like
you'd think
made
you'd
it.
see like them beside them. You'd think you'd see them instead of just showing up in a group, like at the end. You think
Yeah, I would have thought that's like midway through
The
the
twin
battle,
arm,
they
the,
would have
cousin
killed
arm.
like they would have killed like 2 of them, and like a massive part of the dead army would have died. And that would have been another moment where you would have thought, oh yeah, the good guys are going to win again.
I think there should have been more back, like, you know, like at the beginning when they get charged. I think like at first the good guys should have been holding the line, and then when the blizzard hits, they should have lost it. But they don't. They just lose the line, and then the blizzard hits, and doesn't really make any real effect. I think like that's how they should have done it. And then the blizzard hits.
And then the dragons become useless.
Yeah, but like that would have been that. Yeah, but they still carried on using them afterwards, didn't they?
Then there's a big dragon fight that happened.
That was actually the dragon fight was pretty good. Same with the dragon scene at the end. But John's like last little bit, the last 5 seconds of that dragon fight, where he just sticks his face up, stands there, and stares it down. And I was like, like sorry,
I was thinking like the Night King went to lob his like stabby throwy thing
missed
at Danny, right?
Yeah.
John had a Valyrian steel sword, so that would do the exact same thing.
That's what I said. Like I was shouting whilst he was in like the locked position with the 2 dragons. Like John, you've got a Valyrian sword. Fucking use it.
Stab him! Like that.
Oh fuck me!
Yeah,
Lyanna
they should
Mormont.
have done what Daemon Targaryen did against his brother. Oh no, his nephew Aerys when he was riding Caraxes against Balon or Vagar over the God's Eye. Is that he took his chains off his saddle, jumped onto the other guy's saddle and stabbed him through the eye. John should have done that. Like
fucking Lyanna Mormont representing with the giant.
Not really.
Fucking
a
brave stand from her.
What are the rules with the Dragonstone then? So like, do you have to do a fate? What would be a fatal hit on a normal person, or just pierce them with it?
Just pierce them with it.
So when he kicked those wooden Dragonstone dragon glass caltrops, surely that should have taken.
But it could be that his skin's harder because he's a giant.
So it has to.
So it's harder to pierce.
But then,
it's harder to
there's the skelly bobs. It's just. I think this is things where they kind of like expect us to accept it.
Yeah, but like,
stop reading too much into it.
Why is, unless it is just you don't see them because they're fighting different scenes. Only one giant.
I think they got blown up by the dragons, didn't they? You saw big shadows, and then you saw a massive dragon breath hit both of them.
It's like
the fucking Dothraki running straight into the giant. That was fucking amazing. You're like,
yeah,
fucked up. Out of all this entire army, I had to choose this one.
So I watch people, and you see a lot of like northern men still alive, but you don't see any in any of the fighting. Are they like just fighting at a different front, and there's just no one left on that front?
Winterfell's quite big, so I imagine they would have fall back to their own positions.
I understand, like they did it for like because TV's done, but I just felt it could have been better. That's what I think.
Lyanna Mormont's sacrifice was quite good. The Hound, I thought he did a real good show.
So we figured out
who else had a good show.
He can't double raise though. He can't double dip those fucking dead guys, can he?
No,
if they're dead, they're dead.
Like
who else had a good episode? Who else did well in the episode?
Brienne wasn't really seen much, to be honest.
No, Brienne did do a lot. Pod every now and again. I saw him run across the screen. I was like, go Pod.
Yeah, Jorah Mormont died. Yeah.
Jorah did.
Dolores
fucking Gwen.
Ed,
no, not Gwen. That's the one.
Did we see Gwen?
Ed.
Dolores,
no, Gwen's already dead.
Gwen's dead.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh no, not
yeah,
Gwen.
Gwen
Sorry,
died.
not Gwen. Fucking.
Oh, Gendry.
No,
we didn't see him.
Gendry. We didn't see
not
him.
Gendry's still alive. He didn't have that much screen time.
Yeah, not seen. Don't presume.
The Arya,
they showed all the deaths.
The Arya just popping out of nowhere scene. It's like she got past all of his officers and no one saw her. And we've
no,
seen.
So there was a fan theory that she put on the face of a dead person, yeah, with blue eyes.
She needs the faces, though, doesn't she?
And apparently, like in the article, a keen-eyed fan reckons who she was because she just didn't jump all over the entire army of the dead that was in the Godswood.
You gotta admit, what the fuck was Bran doing?
Yeah, like that's what I'm more interested in. Where did Bran go?
Surely he should have been the intelligence officer there and like be going back and forth between like Jon saying, "Oh, they're here."
Just went, Theon, you did good.
You see the little.
I was talking to my dad and brother about it.
He said, "Theon, don't bother. Like, Theon, just go hide in that tree."
Like, Theon, you're a great man, but then run at him. Just run and die. Like
you should have said, Theon, just go climb that fucking Godswood. Like, I know that Arya's going to pop around the corner in a second, so there's no need. Just go climb. Like, just go climb. Or it's the whole thing. Can Bran change the future or just know it? But then he's been pretty fucking useless this whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has been. So Jorah died. One Eye Man, Resurrect died, Theon died, Lyanna Mormont died, and Red Woman died. So still a lot of people alive.
She just died of using all the fucking mana up, didn't she?
Yeah.
It wasn't more like I honestly
not
thought
as many
it would be
people
more of an
died as
episode
I
where
thought
people
was,
died.
and none of them were really primary, even secondary characters. A lot of them were tertiary.
No. Other than Jorah.
Jorah, I'd say, is a secondary character because he's not like a main five. He's not a POV character, really, is he?
He's been there from the start.
No, but he's not. He's not a POV character.
No.
Like
I'd say he's probably pretty main.
Tyrion, Dany, Jon, and Arya.
Yeah, you knew they were
Arya and Sansa are all POV characters, so I'd say they're first characters. Secondaries are like their mates, and then third are like Dolorous Ed, Beric Dondarrion, Lyanna Mormont. They aren't like massive characters. Jorah was the biggest character. Jorah and Theon were the two biggest characters that died.
Yeah.
And then
I think Theon's like redemption arc sort of worked off though.
Yeah, it did. Like the way he went out.
I feel like he was
quite
already
noble.
redeemed in my eyes, to be honest. But
No, but that was just like the icing on the cake to say that he sacrificed himself to protect Bran.
Yeah, like that was the redemption arc completely. I don't think that character could have gone anywhere else.
The end of his redemption arc was
coming back to
saving
Winterfell.
Sansa. Was the end of his redemption arc in my
No,
mind.
because he redeemed himself for Sansa by doing that. Then Jon forgave him. And then the last person that had to forgive him was Bran.
Did Bran give
And
a
Bran,
shit?
and then Bran forgave him basically.
No, yeah, like Bran
as he
said
ran
to him,
die.
like Theon said, "Oh, I'm sorry for everything that I've done," and he goes, "But if you didn't do everything you did, you wouldn't have come back to where you belong, which is your home."
Yeah,
And
and then
like
Bran
his-
basically
Which is true because he could have died at the Red Wedding with Rob and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and then Ed obviously died. I thought he died pretty bitch card way though. That
Yeah,
was a
he
bit
did.
of
A bit like, oh, Sam can get covered in White Walker's bunts and never die. Yeah, Ed gets one
Yeah.
fucking go at it and he's dead.
I thought Theon was going to turn around when he was on the floor just dying. I thought he was going to do something like just do something rather than just lie there like
But Bran, I was
monk.
like, what? The whole hiding in the crypt, not removing the dead bodies, was stupid as shit.
Yeah, I would have thought moving the dead bodies would have been smart.
I know, oh, they're Stark. Yeah, but they're living people. We don't care. Like,
Yeah.
the Bran pretty much doing nothing that whole point. Like, if he like maybe controlled some living animals that came and fight the rights and made a difference, something like that, like
Yeah.
gone into like an animal's head. I reckon Ghost is
No.
still alive though.
I just think Arya just generally managed to sneak up because she managed to
Arya
sneak
was the
up on
only
Jon
one that
and
had
the
like
Godswood.
good fighting as well. Everyone
Yeah, she
else,
was
Yeah,
amazing with that
obviously.
she's
spear.
the only
She
one that
fucking
looked
went there.
trained. Like, there's one thing
Yeah.
about Brienne. Brienne always looks like scrappy as hell. Same as Jamie, but they're both like highly trained soldiers. They should look.
Jamie's
you
using the
have
wrong
one of your
hand.
hands chopped off and tell me that you're not going to be
Yeah,
fucking
but then he
scrappy.
spent like what? No, but Brienne hasn't got a hand chopped off, and she's such
No.
like his. Like, it'd be cool if you just saw a bit more trained fighting.
I think it's more realistic though because I don't think a sword fight,
You know,
if you're really
know,
well skilled, like it's going to be
Jamie's
scrappy.
hand is meant to be fucking pure gold, solid pure gold.
Yeah.
Well, that's just
Like
impractical.
law-wise, it's on to the program. No, like so how heavy?
Because
would
in the
that be?
program they say it's plated, don't they?
Did they say it's plated?
So that makes
Or
sense.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it's something. I think the book then they say it's
There is
pure
a
gold. What happened there? Hello.
But where you got to sneak and you got to go to that garden.
Didn't hear
Yeah.
any of that. It all
You got-
stopped.
Oh, Joe's scene with Arya is in the library.
And all the zombies are just wandering around for some reason. Oh. There
Yeah,
we go.
bro.
And, all,
Think
and
it
all,
through.
all the zombies are just wandering around for some
Yeah,
reason.
that is every video game ever.
I was
Do
like,
you remember the Harry Potter game where like you had to like get through the garden and you had to like avoid when like you've got to try and get somewhere but you can't get spotted as you're doing it. There's like there's actually like a rhythm to it to get there. That is what they went for. Now, I sat there thinking, hey, this is every video game
I
I've
was
pretty much
wondering
played.
why. Like, surely, like, so it looks like he has got a limited force because they're not all outside when like Danny's down there. Like, they're all inside
Yeah.
the castle, so there's not that many if they can all fit inside Winterfell. Yeah.
No, yeah.
So that makes me think, like, why is he wasting like 10 of them wandering around this fucking library? Like, surely
I don't know.
I don't know how the collective knowledge or how he controls the White Walkers are.
But I think that also goes to prove that Arya can sneak past White Walkers
Yeah, but like
if she
so
wants to.
if the generals can kind of look into the Wrights' heads and then say, oh, there's that. If the others can do that, then
Oh fuck me! We forgot the actual bit of when they were scaling the walls, where like they lit the trench and Night King just thought, you know what, we'll just sacrifice a couple of more men.
Again,
Why did
I said
he-
the trenches don't look very deep.
No,
I generally said that they would just chuck a couple of bodies in there and they'll be fine.
why did he choose little small areas? I was like, that's just gonna like jam hole you into a little bit. Sure, just have your whole
Oh no, they
army
did.
move forward.
Towards the end, it showed you like big patches that they'd chuck themselves into.
No, but he had like at the beginning, he just had like one. It's all about it's all about foreplay for that guy, isn't it? He just like
I think he was just seeing if it worked.
No, he just enjoys fucking with people.
Yeah.
Or again, his army's at a limited size.
Yeah, because it looked by the end of it, before he resurrected the dead again, looked like they killed most of the people where the main characters were. Looked like they killed the majority of like his army. And then when he raised the dead again, you're like, oh fuck, that is not what you want to see, is it?
No, that's really not a good idea to let
But
him
it
do
does mean
that.
his army. Say if like half the people died outside the walls, or half the people dead by that point, or 2/3. It does mean that his army, his undead army that ordered it up, which was like twice the size, was dead. So as long as people just keep on killing, like his army's shrunken. So even if he did win, Cersei could have beaten him most probably.
Yeah, it's just fun to see how much army they actually have left.
Like what's like obviously I've seen the promo as well to see if the dragon was alive.
I haven't seen it.
And it will be interesting to see, like, is this one just going to be another build-up to another battle, or are they actually going to do something, because there's only 3 episodes left?
Cersei must know history. So, fucking... The Targaryens... It doesn't matter how many men. Even if, like, Dany only has, like, 5,000 people left, like, as the North and Targaryens together. Like, dragons are OP as shit in that world.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was
Aegon the
talking to my.
Conqueror started off with 3,000 men, and then he obviously got more from local lords. But like during the battle of the battle of what is it? Redgrass Field? No, that's the Blackfire one.
The one with the Lannisters. Yeah, yeah.
Richmond.
Yeah.
The
Field of Fire.
The Richmond, the Field of Fire. The Richmond and the Lannisters have about the Lannisters bring 30,000 troops. The Richmond bring 40,000 troops.
Yeah.
So they've got 7 and fucking the combined men of the like Targaryens are about 10 to 15,000. Like,
yeah, but they were originally losing the battle until the 3 dragons showed up.
That's what he wanted. He brought them in, and then had his sisters fly around the edge.
But I think they have the fact that now they have the Scorpion, don't they?
Yeah, well.
Like that's what I was talking to my brother about. He's like, oh, but how are they going to throw now? And he said, Aegon Targaryen conquered the 7 kingdoms with 3 dragons and only a couple of
They got
100,000 men.
Scorpions now, so I mean, like,
existed then though.
Hmm?
Scorpions existed then because that's how they killed. That's how they killed Rhaenyra's dragon.
was that during the when they conquered?
Yeah, that's just after during the first war against Dawn.
All right, yeah.
Or the second.
But
I
like,
mean, if they just focus all their troops on trying to get the Scorpions down as quick as they can, and then
yeah,
do the
they
rest
just
of
shoot the
stuff.
dragons out of the sky and they're fucking sound.
Like Scorpions, I'll tell you, would be good in a fortified position. Say if she sits in King's Landing, but
Yeah.
in a field.
That's the next question. Do you reckon they're going to do another like a siege battle or a pitched battle?
Well, that
No.
makes me think.
I don't know how. I think that's going to be open field battle. I don't think they're doing a siege battle.
Because that would like I like money cost.
King's Landing, can they? They can't afford to build castle walls of King's Landing.
No. That'd be an open field battle.
It also makes me think of like, so I feel like the recent seasons they kind of forgot how the politics of Game of Thrones works. So it's a feudal system, isn't it? So the king relies on lords, which rely on like lesser lords, and then landed knights and stuff like that. And you know how Cersei's army they come. I feel like if it was like more the way that it would actually be, like if it was book version basically, Cersei, when she declares herself queen, everyone just go like, no. Like, you have... Why would we say yes to this? Like, we're just not going to give you any of our men.
No, yeah.
And I feel like things like that aren't brought up as, like... I got, like... It was a bit more of a thing in the early seasons, like, as in you actually saw people in the throne room every now and again.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's more... They've got 3 more episodes to do. They've killed the Night King now. It's like the whole premise of the TV show is now gone, like, for defeating the Night King. It's now just going to be who sits on the throne.
Yeah.
So the big, like, overdriving... Yeah, like, the overdriving arc's now completed. They've beaten the dead in Winterfell. So how will they go from this now? And how will the next 3 episodes shape up to be?
So I think you're on...
To finish it off in, like, a way that it feels finished.
I think Euron should definitely like betray Cersei towards the end because that's in his nature. I feel like if he doesn't, it would be uncharacteristic.
Yeah.
Is that just
I
me?
don't know. It depends though, because I mean, if he's lost the Iron Islands, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Do you reckon Cersei's well, he's got the Iron Fleet basically, which is a raiding fleet. It's also like how.
Yeah, but it's whether his men decide to whether they go for like her over him.
Well, they already.
Whether they can have their families. She's gonna have their families and everything.
Yeah, but she doesn't have that many men. She can't control them to that extent.
Just fucking kill everyone on the island.
How? So she just like. There's still like men that live there.
She's still got 2 ships, Ben.
Yeah, but there's still not every man would have left the Iron Islands, would they?
And to be Theon, and you're all using bows and arrows in that like God.
Yeah,
right,
you
fucking
to have like
bits.
none of them. Like you found the spear towards the end, but no one put any other drag.
No, because as soon as they ran, they were like, "We're definitely not going to run out of arrows. Why do we even plan for this?"
They had all the arrows. Well, they took all the arrows off the wall. They went around nicking them.
They're just like, "We're not going to run out of arrows. So why do we need anything else?"
It still made no sense for like. I know Theon's trying to get a redemption arc for them to trust him with Bran. Like when I think
because Jon forgave him, Sansa forgave him.
Yeah, but then it's like, well, your Ironborn guys, who says they're not just going to break and fuck off like they have before many times? Like they are.
Yeah, they betrayed you. They handed you over to the Boltons.
Yeah, that was like especially bad for Ironborn sides, but like still, they're not like the most like they're people. They're the people there are people that have retreated before. That's why they're alive.
Yeah.
Like
we haven't actually talked about Arya killing the Night King with that sick ass sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Like that whole
There's the Night King kind of like picked her up and he was like, "Ah, good."
Because everyone thought Jon would probably do it. I was thinking Jon was going to do it, but then Jon got pinned down by the dragon.
Yeah, but
that was just like a curveball.
If Arya like getting that just in time, the Jon staring down the dragon for 5 seconds kind of got to me because he's been dodging that whole time, dodging the dragon. And then
he's been walking. He was walking between 2 places. It was like he got through the metal gate into the courtyardy thing, and then he went to walk out the courtyard, and the dragon was there, like breathing fire. So he walked back into that courtyard. They burst through the gate. So he went, "Shit, I better go towards the dragon." Then ran towards the dragon. Dragon then noticed him, and then he just hid.
Yeah, but then at the end, like he just like runs up and then just stands up and stares it down. I'm like, what the fuck was your plan there, bro? Like,
yeah.
He doesn't even go to swing. He just stares it down in the face. I do like the dragon. Like the dragon fight was pretty cool, and I do like afterwards how the dead dragon's like jaws like dangling down, and I was like, Jon should have used his sword against that dead dragon at one point.
Yeah.
Like it actually had marks from the battle with Rhaegar.
I think Arya's now fulfilled her storyline as well.
Yeah, like her storyline's complete, but then the next thing is like, is she going to be pregnant? Is Daenerys going to be pregnant?
Well, she's still got a list.
Sansa and Tyrion, I think, because that doesn't suit really. I don't think.
I fucking love Tyrion's remark about the army of the dead. He goes, "I cannot think of a cause that's less suited to my talents."
Yeah, that's great.
I don't get why he was in the crypts though, because he's not a bad like combatant.
No, I don't think Dany wanted him out just to make sure that he wouldn't definitely die. Because she put I think she was just definitely trying to protect. Because I think Dany, because when they're talking about secession, I think Dany would probably want Tyrion to rule instead of if she dies, she hasn't got a kid.
Fucking, go between questioning him and then someone telling him, "No, he's a decent lad," and then go, "Oh wait, I'll just completely change my mind then."
Yeah, but I think she'd want Tyrion to rule. That's why she's probably trying to secure her line, her heir to make her cause carry on. Because she knows Tyrion would carry on the same cause.
There's a lot of things that are just, I think it's going to be next episode that are things that people have just survived because it was off screen. Just get over it.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of that.
But next episode there's got to be a lot of like recovering time. Like they've got to. If they jump like 2 weeks ahead, where everything's just sort of like everyone's like recovered and back, that'd be pretty shit.
Yeah.
Because it ended like just as the battle ended. Like there was no.
This makes me think of a thing from last season. You know how Euron Greyjoy can just fast travel everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like he'll just be, he's on the western coast by King's Landing. Oh, he's back at like Castle Rock now, which is like a 3-week sail.
To be fair, what's the chances of Cersei just turning up in Winterfell like next episode? Do you think, or landing in the north with like the fleet or something?
I mean, well, me and Better Boys seen the promo, so
She doesn't.
yeah, we'll ruin it for you.
The promo doesn't actually show that much, though. Does it?
You see a ship. You don't see a fleet.
You see a dragon fly
ship.
over some ships. So clearly the dragons are going to slink the Greyjoy fleet.
Yeah, because they won't have scorpions on their ships, will they?
No, probably not. But like, that's what I was thinking. Like, what is the chances of?
Stannis has scorpions on his ships in the book.
Because if you came back to like Cersei, if you were Cersei, after that battle's done, you'd want to jump in pretty quickly.
You would,
yeah.
Because they would be fucked if she attacked.
But it's not easy to get around. Like, I feel like the program, like in the late seasons,
They could have just been wasting off the coast,
No,
like
but,
somewhere
like,
just.
in later seasons, it's a lot quicker getting around.
Oh yeah, like no doubt. They said that. They said that in season 6 and 7 that people are gonna have to accept that like fast traveling from place to place is a thing.
But like
in Game of Thrones,
in the early seasons, it takes 2 episodes to ride from the north down south.
Yeah, but imagine how boring that would be having
They
2
did it.
episodes to get from. No, but like when the action's getting more and more fast
Yeah, I
paced.
understand doing time skips and like they start riding down and they get down there like a week later, but the whole sneaking up on people doesn't make sense. So I don't think Cersei could just sneak into the north without and no one noticing.
No, without
Especially
noticing.
like,
'Cause-
Winterfell isn't near the coast, so she can't just.
no.
She'd have to ride for like 3 or 4 days to get to Winterfell, and that means all the
Yeah,
southern...
but even then they'd still be pretty
yeah,
fucked.
but then
People
all
at Winterfell.
all the southern castles, which I'm guessing wouldn't have fucking not everyone went to Winterfell. I'm guessing the southerners and the southern northerners would have stayed where they are. Like
The only other
Barrowtown
redeem factor is
is
that
pretty big, so they wouldn't have fucking come from Barrowtown, would they?
like Dawn's still a thing.
Yeah, like it's like there's all the lords in Dawn just stop giving a shit. Apparently,
Yeah,
First
like
they
they're not.
named
They haven't picked a
some
side.
bastards as the Prince of Dawn, which would never happen in this noble bloodline-based society, which blood is still brought up as a massive thing in this thing. Yet they just forget it. Same with the Reach. No one gives a shit anymore. Are they or do they just serve Cersei now? Like just cause?
I imagine so.
We've not
Bron-
heard from
Bron
the
might walk
Stormlands
up.
for a while.
Pardon?
Bron might walk up in next episode.
Yeah,
I
Bron,
imagine, like, to be fair, but he hasn't been seen for a bit, has he? He's been since the first
He hasn't
episode.
been seen. Yeah, he hasn't been
he's
since the first
travelling.
episode.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I thought he would have been there by now. I was hoping he'd turn up for the battle.
Yeah.
I mean, fast traveling, you know.
In my heart of heart, it was him that turned up on that horse instead of Melisandre at the beginning of the battle.
Yeah, but you knew she was going to turn up and die there.
Yeah, but I wanted this with Bronn. I wanted Bronn to turn up
It's like I was thinking. They're doing it for
because I
tension.
wanted Bronn and Pod to fight. I want Bronn and Pod to fight side by side in a battle.
They were doing it for tension, but you know when like she was trying to light the pit, I was like, sorry, is the like Lord of Light just taking it? Is on the shitter, so you can't do it straight away.
Yeah, like he was dealing with
He
some other
obviously
thing.
cares
Like,
enough about it to fucking keep on rezzing people. But
yeah, but he's dealing with something else.
what?
He was like, oh,
He
Oh,
He was a
Over
monstrous shit,
he was
Ben.
having a shit, wasn't he? He's like, oh shit, I
Like-
should have been watching this. I thought this was the best time to go do it. No.
they'd be like, oh, over in Essos they're doing something. Ah, shit, we better like fucking think about doing something over there now. So he did that, and then he was like, oh shit, yeah, there's battle. They're fighting the dead over here. Oh shit, shouldn't have left them alone for too long. I was back over there and goes, she's trying to light a fucking trench. Go.
Yeah, he was
And then,
there. He was there beforehand to light all the.
Yeah.
It's not magic.
See, he did that, and then he thought, oh, I've probably got about an hour, maybe 2
yeah,
to
the
go.
Dothraki
Like,
shouldn't go down so quickly. They should be able to hold him off for like more than 2 minutes.
yeah.
We should.
I think
feel
also like
the Dothraki
it was
should have hit harder than they did. They should have took longer to die.
Yeah, I think also but I think it's pretty cool just to
Oh,
like
we
the
can
flames
see a
going
bunch
out.
of bold Deathrocky next episode.
Bold.
Well,
To cut the hair off.
sorry, yeah, did they not run away?
Yeah, they did run away.
So we're gonna see a bunch of bold Dothraki.
But I think they might call that a treat. They might say that's a retreat.
Tactical
Because
retreat.
the whole plan was to retreat back into Winterfell,
So
wasn't it?
technically the battle was overall a win, so they don't have to do it.
Yeah. But I think also
More
Grey Worm
Dothraki are
pulling
gonna
the
survive
spikes
than
up
you see.
behind all his units. Like, all his men in front of the spikes.
I was like,
And then he pulls the bridge up to not let him get back.
There was,
I was like,
two-
oh, that is a tough call.
there was 2 layers of units there. It's already had someone said he'd pull back, and I was like, I feel like you can pull that second layer back as well, though.
Yeah, but
like,
he just felt, oh shit, to protect the retreat, I've got to kill. That you saw it in him that he didn't want to have to
Yeah, but that
sacrifice
was a
their
pretty
men.
quick
You saw the
fallback
conflict.
that was a quick.
Yeah.
He could have had like his men come and then stand there, and as soon as the zombies hit, pull. Like as soon as they hit, pull.
Yeah, but that was a good bit of you saw it in his face.
One thing I thought, imagine if it was the book version of Winterfell, how much harder it would have been for the White Walkers. So do you know how
with
the
the
book
fucking
version looks?
layer of fucking walls.
So it's like 2 walls with a trench between them, and the wall behind
trench is
the wall
deep, isn't it?
behind is 50 foot higher, and the trench is like 50 foot wide and deep. And the only way to get from the outer wall to the inner wall is by drawbridges.
Yep.
So, like, if they did it, like, if they lost the first wall, after they'd have to either climb the walls or run through, like, the gate and break it down like the giant did. And the giant wouldn't be able to get to the drawbridge because they'd have to be swimming while kicking it, like, trying to break it while swimming. Like, that's much harder, surely. And then climb another wall which is even higher while getting shot at that whole time. And the Winterfell in the book has got walls, like small walls inside the castle to divide it. It's like how outside the Godswood you never see any of the hot springs that covers Winterfell.
I know. I think that's done us, isn't it? We've ranted and we've moaned. We've talked about what should have happened and what we thought would have happened.
Traditionally go for a question of what's going to happen in the future, but I don't really have one. So if anyone can think of a good one,
Hot Pie still lived. That's what I'm saying.
Hot Pie's still alive, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
academically.
I'm still on.
On our kills and deaths, who
I can't remember who he predicted.
I think I predicted Cersei
We
dead.
Oh, he said
predicted
Grey
Grey
Worm
Worm and Brienne.
You said Grey Worm
Yeah.
dead, yeah.
Yeah, Grey Worm not dead. Grey Worm live.
What was your is he alive?
Yeah, Grey
Yeah,
Worm's
he
dead. No, alive. I'm
I don't
so
know,
glad
we
he's
didn't really
alive.
see
Now.
it. We're just gonna have to assume he's alive.
Yeah.
until,
No, you saw him fighting towards the end.
until they're confirmed.
Yeah.
So yeah, Adam, like who did you predict dead and alive?
I predicted Grey Worm, Brienne. Who else? Can't remember who else.
We all predicted that fucking Beric was gonna die this episode because the reason he's been left alive so long. So is
Yeah, it made sense. It's
Is the Lord of Light now yeeting out of there because he doesn't care now the White Walkers are defeated? So, like, I funny if he just, like, after this, the Lord of Light said, oh, you've done all your jobs. I'm just going to take Jon's life again. Like, doom. He just drops down. And it's like, yeah, because I don't care about humans fighting humans. I just wanted you to beat the White Walkers. Surely.
I mean, I liked.
Davos was, like, hiding for a lot of that, it felt like.
Yeah, but Davos doesn't fight, does he?
He's okay, dude.
He isn't really a fighter. He's sort of a
He's okay,
more of a
though.
like.
He's
He's
not
just
that
sort of
bad.
him.
He's okay.
No, but he had marks. He was fighting. I would
Yeah,
have
he had been fighting, but like that isn't Davos's forte. Isn't being a knight or a warrior. Davos is very clear
Sorry,
that
but
he
is a
doesn't
knight.
fight.
Oh, I'd
Yeah,
laugh
but
if
he's not a fighter.
I'd laugh if in the like Jamie knighting a knight scene, Davos goes, "I'll do it." It's like stands
Yeah.
up, like I'm a knight as well. Sorry, what? Yeah, I'm a knight as well.
I liked how when Sam joined the line and he stood next to Ed, Ed's reactions that was
I
priceless.
was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna miss
Yeah,
that." I'm gonna make an Edward.
Yeah, I know. But also, like with Sam being alive, it makes sense that Sam now could be the person that is writing the book of Game of Thrones.
Do
Would
they
be pretty cool.
Do they not have to still man the wall? Like,
And they need to rebuild it first, don't they?
well, yeah. Well, the wall is not that difficult because the Night's Watchers normally when it was like had men on it, they used to just like cut cut shit out of ice and extend the wall. So it wasn't as like when it was originally built, it wasn't as tall as it is now.
No, yeah, but I mean, like, there's a big chunk of it missing. I mean, that is a big chunk.
You never hear about a place called the Bridge of Skulls, which is when they get to the west side of the wall, it gets too mountainy to build it. So they just use a big crevasse, like a big gorge as the defences, and there's a bridge across it. What if the White Walkers just walked across that? Just like, yeah, that worked for us. Like, didn't have to knock any walls down. Yeah.
I also like how maybe the Hound is probably one of the best knights, and for some reason he has like an undying loyalty to the Starks. Like,
So Arya,
for like,
he's got a loyalty to
there was
Arya.
Sansa and Arya.
Fucking
Sansa-
Beric Dondarrion
He
was
tried
like,
to fox
Clegane, we
Sansa,
need
it
you.
felt like.
Clegane,
It
come
felt-
on, we need
it
you.
felt-
Like, I just fuck off.
It felt pretty rapey with Sansa.
Which did?
Like every hound.
He called her Little Bird, yeah, but he was always the kind one to her.
He was always shit faced
Like
as well.
ripping off his cloak to give it to her.
I think he's just a decent fella though. I'm not sure if that's like loyalty to Stark. I think he's loyal to Arya more, but I think
Yeah, but like because like he also
he's just a decent lad. Like he's not. It's like how he
But
like
just
joins those villagers and helps them out. He's just a decent fella.
yeah, but that's what I mean. Like he's probably like one of the best. Like you don't think of the Hound as being like one of the best knights, like
Well, he's
chivalrously
not-
like knights.
Like, that's the point though. Like he's meant to be. Like, they often show him as quite chivalrous when he's not a knight. He has a hatred for knights.
Yeah.
It's like, but the thing about his fire thing seems to pop up every now and again. So he's been fighting next to Beric for a while with his fiery sword, and clearly he got over that. Like using like getting used to it over time, like using like that where that autism movie where there's an autism hitman and he like uses loud noise to get over things. He did that with his fear.
Oh, fucking accountant.
Yeah, like so Beric. Sandor was doing that with Beric's sword because he stopped giving a shit about that because when he first met Beric and they had a duel, Sandor didn't like that, did they?
No, he didn't.
No.
Sandor's actually killed Beric, hasn't he?
Yep.
Yes. But
They're still friends.
We've got off completely topic now, so we'll say goodbye.
I
Yeah.
think Game of Thrones is still the topic.
Yeah, but we're
Yeah.
about the fucking episode.
Yeah,
Here we are still. We're just chatting about the Hound being a good lad.
good lad, decent fella.
Because the fact that he
long
broke
as
out of
he's a
it to
good guy,
go
it's
save
fine.
Arya, or to go and help Arya, just shows that he's a decent guy.
Just a decent fella.
Just an all round good guy.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Alright, we'll stop recording. We'll see you all tomorrow or next week. Sorry. Figure
Tomorrow, I
out-
was gonna say, fuck
Yeah.
me, man. Woo!
Figure out what's going on. There's no, again, I feel like next week's episode is going to be a build-up episode where nothing really goes
Yeah,
on.
it will be a build-up episode, even
Right.
though they won't have time to.
All the photos in the background are from a World of Ice and Fire, the book that does all the lore. So tell me what you think of them. If anyone's made it this far, which no one has. Okay, bye.
Bye.